eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace. You're consistently told to sell on all of them, but which one actually makes you the most money and sells your stuff the fastest? I was sick of guessing, so I ran a 30-day experiment listing the exact same pair of AirPods on all 3 platforms to finally settle the debate. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything: the listings, the fees, the ridiculous low offers, and reveal which platform pocketed me the most profit. The winner was not what I expected. I'm going to break down the exact numbers and the final profit from each and tell you which one I'd use in a heartbeat. Stick around, because the numbers don't lie and the results are going to save you a lot of time and money. Okay, so starting out, I want to let you guys know exactly what I tasked myself to do with this challenge. So we have these pair of pods. You can get these at wesply.com, no signage. I didn't want to get my accounts taken down. Now, I wanted to see before the holidays exactly which platform I should target when it comes to my marketing and when it comes to just me giving my energy to platforms. So I chose 3: eBay, Mercari, Facebook. These 3 platforms are what we're going to be utilizing, okay? Now, if you guys don't know, these are safe to list, okay? They don't have any Apple signage. I am not trying to tell you guys to sell any type of replica, okay? They're not good for us to sell, as we cannot control if they're going to get our platform taken down, and we don't have no time for that, right? Now, I was gonna list every single pair of pods for $60. I wanted to do a uniform price because I wanted to give every platform an equal chance. But I ran into some problems, and we're gonna talk about those problems and a few realities towards the end of the 4th quarter, or the 4th quarter in general, that have switched my listing and my pricing strategy. Now, when it comes to both of these platforms, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't expecting too much, but also I didn't have an expectation. When you're starting to list on these, I don't want my results to make you feel as though you have to get these, or make you feel like this is a cap or a ceiling. I'm no guru. I'm just a regular person like you, listing pods, trying to figure out a way just to make some extra money, especially with this government shutdown. It's hurting me. If you guys don't know, I have phone stores and I also have a wholesale warehouse. My name is Brandon, and I help people learn extra income streams, right? So let's subscribe, please. I am trying to get my account to 13K, 10K. I'm trying to build, okay? So definitely join the family. I will continue to bring you guys great content. Please make sure you guys like the video, and let's get into this experiment. Okay, so the first one we're gonna talk about is Mercari. That's a mobile first app. It is a app that honestly, if you're looking to grow, you should not actually depend on. And this experiment, in my opinion, showed me a lot, especially when it comes to fees. So I ran this on an account that was not mine because I already knew that my account probably would gain me a little bit more traction because I already have a bunch of bundles listed and things prepared for Black Friday. So I used another account, and it was interesting because, see, with Mercari, if you're looking to sell the pods or sell anything, right, I would suggest you go in the search bar and type what you're trying to sell, and go all the way down to status, and then go to sold. Then it shows you what's sold, but also go ahead and do newest first. Now, what I saw when I did this was that there's a bunch of people selling the same type of style headphones branded as real. And you even have people doing the 4th gen and the 3rd gen. And this is going to not only create a competitive environment, but also it's going to turn the market south. It's going to make people feel like, oh man, everybody's out to get me. Like, prime example, this one. Like, this is a really good example of what ended up happening to me, okay? Because I don't understand why people end up saturating the game with these fake AirPods, and you know it's fake, and then you put Apple, right? You're not selling them for this for $40, bro. This is replicas, not clones. Because these probably, I'm sure, have the Apple logo, yeah. And it's like, these are things you don't want to do because yes, they'll create you or make you fast money, but in the long run, they're gonna hurt your account. So what we did was we created our own listing, and we stuck to the basics. The person I did list these AirPods on, they don't want me to use their account because they don't want me to, well, for the video, obviously, because they don't want to put any eyes on it and get it taken down, but it's the same exact post as the one right here. And what I did was I listed wireless in-ear headphones, same day shipping, plus 2 for $60 deal. Now, I was offering a bundle, but I also was offering, you know, one piece, right? Now, this was an effort to maximize our sales. As I said, I wanted our pricing to be $60 uniform, right? But the problem with Mercari was we weren't getting no sales. Nobody was clicking. And that was an issue. But I know why, because now we are in a season where people are looking for deals. So especially like on this account, I'm not going to find too many people that's okay with buying one for $60. Instead, bundles are going to be way better. So once we actually changed it to the bundles, you could actually see the difference. So we have the wireless earphones, right? We have the bundle, 63 likes, 326 views, versus the $60 pods that we listed, the wireless in-ear headphones, 27 likes, 42 views. So that was a huge difference, and I'd rather take $45 and have them actually looking at it rather than the 27, right? So now let me look at the numbers and tell you guys the interesting part about this. Mercari takes 10% of what you sell or what you make, excuse me, and we decided to make sure the buyers are paying the shipping, because if we had them paying the shipping, we would lose even more money. So at the $45 price point that we sold, we were getting around $40.50 for the bundle, okay? The one that says the bundle post, but unfortunately we didn't get anybody to bite for the $60 right now. So 45 is what we ended up selling a lot, mostly all of ours for. We sold 14 using that bundle post for the 45, and then we sold some with the wireless and ear headphone listing. We sold 8 of them, right? So that's good too, right? 8 is great throughout a 30-day period. Cool. So we made a total, and this is net, $630 with the bundles, and we made $480 with the single, right? So remember, the bundle is going to be this one right here, and then the single is going to be this regular listing right here, all right? So we made $600 with the bundle and $480 with the single. Now, if you look, that is $630 plus $480, right? So you would think we good. Made $1,110. We straight, right? But then you got to look at how much we were being charged. So per unit for the bundle, that's the first one, right? 45 minus the 10%, that was like $4, I believe, and 50 cents. That's $40.50 that we made every time we sold the pods, okay? That's not necessarily bad, right? So if we're doing the math, let's actually do it. 45, and I think we sold 14. So 450 times 14, that means we made $567 with the bundle post at the top, versus the $60 one. So $60 minus 10%. So we made $54 per unit. Times that, we sold 8 units. So that's 400. Okay. So for the bundle post, when we posted like we were doing bundles, we made $567. For the single post, we made $432. Okay, that is the difference. That's a vast difference when it comes to how you list on Mercari. And this is why I say always list with bundles. But that is going to be a $135 difference if you list with a bundle versus single. Now, we're not done though, because we know that we actually, let's add these, matter of fact. How about that? Let's add these. So we're going to add 5, 6, 7, because we know that these cost, right? We know these cost at wesply.com. We know that the clones cost $14, okay? So I want to actually see how much we're making. So $14, you can get 4, 6, or 12, okay? The $28 is if you get one, okay? But you can get 12, $168, and you're getting it for $14. Now, here's the point that I'm trying to make, right? So if we know for a fact, so that is 567 plus the 432 That's okay. That's 9. Wow, that's convenient. So that's $999. All right. So $999. Now let's think about how much we actually spent for this. So we got 14 sold for the bundle listing, and then we got 8 sold for the single listing. That's 22. 22 times the 14 that it cost us to get it. That's $308. 308 minus 999, 999. So we made $691 after our investment. Okay. Now we could go ahead and put some of that bread back into, so it's 168 to get 12, right? This is what I would do. I would take from this 691, I would minus, damn, I'm having a brain cramp. I would minus the 168. Yeah, I hate doing numbers. So 523 is what I would actually put in my bank account. So we're gonna put down Mercari. Mercari made $523 for us, okay? And that's not bad. So in a snapshot, we were able to make some money, but again, I wanna make this very, very clear. This is something anybody could do. I would recommend doing bundles way more than I would recommend doing regular single listings. And also you have to factor in these fees. I repeat, do not offer free shipping, as that is going to hurt you. Now, we're going to do a little bit more with Facebook and eBay. We're going to go a little faster because I don't want this video to be 20 minutes. I want it to try and, I don't want to keep making long videos because I am respectful of your time and I appreciate you guys watching. And if you watched this far so far, thank you so much. I hope that you subscribe and like the video. All right, so we're gonna start talking about Facebook. And it was one of the most frustrating ones and the shortest. We did do this for 30 days, but to be honest, the person that was helping me with this is one of my employees. I was using his Facebook, couldn't use mine because mine has other things on it. And also I didn't want to use anything that had my profile attached to it because again, that was not the point, to have someone that is established in selling on their platform and thinking that I'm going to get genuine results. I used someone else's. Now, he didn't have the shipping method. That was a problem. Every single one that we sold just about had to be a pickup or a delivery. We were bombarded with a bunch of, is it still available? A bunch of messaging. That was sort of kind of where it got really interesting and intriguing, because the whole time I was trying to get the shipping option, but you have to meet certain specs to do that on Marketplace. So that was something that was very overwhelming and wasn't something we were expecting. Now, we sold a total of 23 units, and the $60 price point worked fairly well. We did have some people giving us like little offers and trying to politic, but again, we wanted to stand firm with the 60 because again, we didn't know on Mercari that we were going to do the bundles at this point. When we started, we actually listed all of these together. Now, the active listing was listed on October 7th. We had 286 clicks and only converted on 23 people. That is insane. That is very bad conversion. So that tells me that this was not a product that, would thrive, I guess, if you will. I look at all type of numbers and I try to have the numbers tell the story. And you can clearly see that this wasn't something that the customers in our area were willing to meet up for. Now, it could be different for you. It could not. I think $1,087 and not having to pay Facebook fees is good. I do. But the amount of work and time. So I actually had him log out. So every time that he actually left and met someone, he would tell me when he's leaving, and we would basically go ahead and record the time. He spent a total of 46 hours with people, or going to people, or meeting with people. That's a lot. It's almost a work week, okay? Well, that is a work week. So that's a lot of time, and is it worth it? You guys let me know below. Comment below, would you guys sell pods on Facebook? I honestly don't think that it's worth it, but $1,087 may be good for some people to put in their pockets no matter how much work they do. I mean, we're all struggling right now. The government shut down. People don't have the money. So that all has to factor in as well. But again, this was a success. It was just harder because we had to meet up with people. Okay, so eBay was a monster of its own. Now, eBay is a platform that you already know I love. Now, I have a little screenshot of this because what I wanted to show was we were struggling. And I try to be as honest as possible when I'm doing good, when I'm doing bad. This was an account that was brand new, and it was an account that we had to prime, if you will. So we were selling MagSafe battery packs for around $12 to $7. We started out with 7, then moved our way up to 12. Tried to move my way up to $60 with the pods, but they were not selling for 60. They were selling for around 50, but we had to do promotion. We had to promote them. So this, again, unfair advantage, but I didn't really want to do this and not make any sales. So what we ended up doing was promoting. And I'm going to have a video that I'll be putting out showing you guys the method that I used to promote these to get the sales that we did. To do a rundown, we only sold these units for $50. We did not accept any offers under or above, because we were set on trying to get a exact amount for this experiment, thinking that it was going to be working its way up to 60, but it didn't. Okay, it did not move up. All right, we're not able to get any sales for 60 that last month. Maybe government shut. I don't know. That was something new to me. All right. So what I'm going to show you guys is the dashboard of what we actually were able to accomplish, but it's not actually the true results. So we had 26 active products, 178 orders, but all of these were not pods. To be honest with you guys, we ended up selling, we made $2,250 selling these. We had 2 returns due to a wrong order, people claiming they didn't mean to order it. On our listing, we obviously had the same thing as Mercari, so I wanted to make that clear. Every listing had the same thing as Mercari, except for on here, it wasn't a bundle, it was just regular. But I think what I learned from this was that fees are actually way more, they hurt you way more than what I've ever thought, right? So we had a fee, and the average price we made, okay, from selling these was $37.39. Let's do the math, okay? So we're gonna break down the math, but let me just do the number. $37.39 per unit. We sold 45. So we netted $2,250, but we took home $1,869.50 from pods. That's a lot of money for fees. Now let's really break it down, right? So we sold 45 units, 14 times 45. That is $630, okay? That was our cost, $630, okay? We made $1,869, okay, and 50 cents. Okay, so we made, after fees, because we did not pay for shipping, we made $1,239, okay? Facebook was okay. Again, after all of our expenses, when it comes to gas, everything, we made $920, okay? So Mercari, we know we made $999. So eBay won. eBay made the most money, but they also took the most fees, okay? That is an issue. On Mercari, we had a fee that took somewhat. They took some. They took a lot too. All right, eBay and Mercari the same. Okay, they both taking and eating off the fees, as they should though. But eBay was able to get us more sales, and we were able to do promotions. Promotions, in my opinion, is one of the best features on eBay. But they're taking an interesting turn starting January. And the next video that I will be posting is going to talk about these weird little terms that they're creating that kind of take from every listing that you have, literally. Like, even if you're not promoting that listing, from my understanding, this new little promotion on eBay is going to take from that product as well. And that's a problem. So if you want to learn about that, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm going to be making a video. I'm going to do more deep dives and tests with this promotion as I continue to go throughout this week. But I will be dropping a video on how the promotions with eBay will change the way that you sell on eBay forever. eBay might be done after this. We don't know. But again, using promotions, utilizing our regular listings, We were able to make $1,239.50 on eBay, which won. Mercari, we made $999, and on Facebook, we made $920. So Facebook is last, Mercari is second. Mercari is in the middle, and eBay's first. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm tired. I have to go get dressed, get into the store, go to the warehouse, and prepare this stuff for eBay automation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Peace.